This community update was brought to you by U-Radio. The Winnipeg Newcomer Sport Academy conducted a study and recently released a report tackling Islamophobia through sport and physical activity. I spoke with Richard Sylvester, Quality Sport Director at the Winnipeg Newcomer Sport Academy, and Eve Satoriato, the Executive Director of the Canadian Muslim Women's Institute, about their roles in the project.
Especially in my role with the Winnipeg Newcomer Sport Academy, where I serve as the Quality Sport Director, and ensure that we do have an intentionally structured program which does hit on those mental, social skills, in addition to engaging in physical skills, like all the different sports that we do in our multi-sport program.
The Canadian Muslim Women's Institute helped lead the research for this project. Satoriato says CMWI saw sport as a key way to confront discrimination.
Sports can become a medium to address the diverse forms of hate in our community and then bring communities together as well from diverse backgrounds. So that became a divisive role for, deciding to embark on this endeavor.
Recent global events and political rhetoric have fueled Islamophobia. Satoriato says this is why projects like this are vital.
One way that we can address anti-Muslim racism, with particularly in regards to the youth, that could happen by adopting protocols and practices that we see within the sports environment, and then extending opportunities to youth that perhaps might be coming from marginalized backgrounds, or where Islamophobia and racism has informed their experiences with regards to accessing opportunities and learning opportunities, in particular in their community.
Both Sylvester and Satoriato say they witnessed systemic barriers during the study. Transportation cost, language challenges, and limited awareness of available programs all played a role. Sylvester explains.
It's possible that there's a heavier load on some of the newcomer participants, whether it's, okay, I don't have transportation, my family has one car or no cars, so it's a struggle to get there, or they might have large families. They might have to take care of their siblings instead of coming to sports. They might have some food security issues. There's cost barriers, and so it brings you've also mentioned, language barriers, and all of that just brings a little bit more of a load, when kids are coming to practice or any kind of session.
Satoriato adds that newcomer parents may simply not have the time or resources to organize or participate the same way Canadian-born parents do, especially those dealing with trauma or supporting relatives overseas.
Because it's so expensive and there are different priorities. When the youth is coming from a war conflict zone, they have, escaped war, the parental priorities are not necessarily recreational activities, but sending money back home, sending money to the relatives that couldn't make it to safety. So, priorities are shifted, priorities are different for parents who are navigating, complex trauma and trying to survive in North America as well.
But small acts of inclusion can create big change.
Being more intentional about your individual interactions with the community at large. I firmly believe each one of us has skills, resources that we can extend to each other and overcome these barriers that limit our youth and children from engaging with each other and playing together, learning together.
The report outlines recommendations for organizations, including better communication with families, offering modest uniform options, and creating safer spaces through awareness and dialogue.
I think it's hard to just say, hey, do this DEI thing. I think we gotta get together, connect, do fun things, be together, and then we grow it over time.
Looking ahead, the next step is expanding the program and applying lessons learned.
Muslim women in our community are thirsty for physical activity. They want opportunities. They want opportunities with fellow women, Muslim or non-Muslim, but women, all the spaces. They want to try different sports and things that they've never had the opportunity for whatever reasons.
Both leaders say community-based initiatives like this one play a critical role in bridging divides by creating opportunities to learn, play, and grow together. You're listening to U Radio, where diverse voices connect. Stay tuned for more stories and insights that matter. With U Multicultural and the Local Journalism Initiative, I'm Ryan Funk.